I'm out here today doing an amaranth harvest. And it all starts with coming out once these are all nice and big and healthy. You gotta make sure they're good. Take the head, and if it's dropping seeds, rub that a little bit into your palm. You rub the end of these guys into your palm, and they drop a bunch of seeds, and you know they're ready. Once these heads are totally ready, I come out, cut it just down below where all the grains are popping. Get it over here, remove all the big green leaves. All right, that batch hung up. Give it about 2-3 days to dry. I'll come back and I'll rub the seed heads down and knock all the seeds out and onto the sheet and go from there. As I'm going through finishing the amaranth, the next step after I get it all down and off the stalks and it's dried is I take it and run all this stuff through a screen here. Separate as much of the chaff as possible, and all the seeds gonna just fall through the screen. Cram chaff into this. Break it down really well so all that seed falls out, and just rub it through. Once you're pretty sure you've gotten all the seed to fall through, toss that wad off into a compost bin. And throw the next wad on. Rinse, repeat until you've done everything through the screen. Okay, once it's all been rubbed through the screen, I remove the screen, and inside of here I have a paper that caught all that seed and some excess chaff still. You take that and transfer straight into a Pyrex or a glass flat baking pan. It's usually the best that I find. And now we still have a whole lot of chaff and some seed, so next is going to be the winnowing process. So we should get the last of that chaff out. And then, that'll be that. So once it's all run through the screens, we end up with all this chaff and seed together. So I come outside with the fan, and I winnow it. You just gotta toss it and move it around just a little bit. The seed is a lot heavier than everything else in there. So all that other chaff and plant matter, once it's really dry, it's just gonna flow right out and you're left with just your seed. This process takes a little while. It won't all come out right at once. Yet I kind of keep shaking it around and moving it. But eventually you'll get almost all of that chaff out of there. Enough so that a little bit of plant matter won't hurt you from that point. Actually, I like this fan. It's working out really well. We're almost there already. I can bake it next, and after it's baked, winnow it one more time, and it'll be ready to put away and store. The bigger stems can come out. I think that's about good. I can take it in and bake it at this point. All right, after I wintered it in the big container, I'm transferring it to a smaller container that I can fit into my toaster oven here. And if I set it to dehydrate, or if you have a dehydrator or even an oven that you can set on really low, you want it to have it down to like 200. And we're gonna very lightly bake this to really flash dry the rest of any plant matter. We can winnow it a little better and preserve the seed so it's ready to store for long term. And probably 30 minutes ought to do it. All right, now that it's been toasted, take it back out, and the last bits of the chaff are going to be dried out and just come right to the top really easily. There we go. Almost. There's always a little bit, the last little bit that you just doesn't want to come out. And I don't want to lose any seed. There we go. Now we're looking good. There, and there's a little bit of stem, a little bit of stuff left, but it's not enough to be a problem at this point. So I can go ahead and put it away and store it. I like to store it anyways in a glass jar. There we go. That's this year's harvest. I was wanting more, but yeah.